as I tried to do me on the 5th of a new month, July 2023. I hope all my American visitors, friends, colleagues had a great 4th of July, Independence. I'm not looking forward to independence in the Bahamas because we are far from independence, but that's a story for another day. I'm on the story with Kirk Cornish, who was named himself Prime Minister. Nothing else will surprise me. My mother said, see, Kai, they wouldn't know nothing until you open your mouth. When you open your mouth, then people could then know who you are. But if you keep your mouth closed, y'all know I ain't keeping my mouth closed now. But I ain't gonna hit back on Kirk because that ain't the first time Kirk called himself Prime Minister. He's in charge of Abaco. We need somebody to be in charge. So if you want to be Prime Minister, kudos. The Prime Minister ain't doing nothing. So I guess Kirk said, if he give himself the title, maybe something will happen. At least we know that now there's Abaco and North Abaco, because we were trying to get independence a long time. The Abaco independence movement was out there a long time ago. So Kirk became the first Prime Minister under the independent Abaco. I want to laugh. But this is what happens when you have members of parliament that just want to be members of parliament, just want a name. How many members of parliament that we've had in the last decades that want to leave a legacy? You see, Kai could be braggadocious because Kai have left such legacy in my birthplace of Dundastan. You see, Dundastan and Central Pine is the biggest constituency in North Abaco, which include Murphytown. That's why I got so much support in my independent bid, because they recognize if Kai was to die today, if we had more chairmans and chief councillors that have left the legacy and have done what Kai Mills have done in Dundastan for their district, we'll have a better place. You may hear the negative, but there's an imprint, there's a footprint that I have left in Abaco, not only through basketball, softball, but also as the chairman of Dundastan and also as chief councillor. There's nobody before me, and there shall be nobody after me, that have left such a legacy in their birthplace like I didn't understand. Everybody tried to imitate what Kai Mills have done, but neither one of them can duplicate. They get so jealous one time, they say, Kai, you think only you one loved Dundastan. I say, well, show me. Don't say you loved Dundastan. Put some money out there, put some input out there, put some time in there. That's when you leave that legacy. We haven't seen that in this country. Ask yourself, where are the last ministers and members of parliament under the last government? I want the PLP to take note. Where are they? What are they doing? What are they speaking on? Have they left a legacy? We have the Prime Minister Hubert Minnis. Not one legacy. This guy was the worst we had, but he still believed that he's bigger than the people. Minnis still trying to come back because he forgot he won the seat, but he left no legacy. So Bahamian people will never ever accept Minnis, especially when he locked up the boy was selling coconut milk, the boy that's trying to get some water during COVID-19. He acted as he was a dictator. He was not humble at all. So he can't be elected again because he left not a legacy. Darren Henfield, he was absent from Abaco for 35 years. Not concerned about living a legacy. All Darren did was an embarrassment for all Abaconians, all family members that knew him, that he built the first house and the only house and buy property for himself of the money that he should have been helping people. Darren was actually a disgrace to being brought up and understand that he did and was not concerned about leaving a legacy. Not one legacy, but Darren still will try to come back because they're not concerned about leaving a legacy. They're just trying to be in a position that they think that you look up to them. That's the difference between Darren and Kai. Kai is not concerned about letting a position use me, but my legacy is to have the position that I gain to try to better the lives of Abaconians and Bahamians in a whole. That is my concern, that I would leave a legacy behind that some younger person can emulate and want to be, not like Mike, but like to be like Kai, that can speak without fear or favor. When have we had such leader that are interested in leaving a legacy that the next generation of Bahamians can be proud and be braggadocious, like Penland's left a legacy, although the people around him have to take away from his legacy. But he said, and he was a leader, and he knew Bahamians, and he said, if you don't fight for your country, Kai Mills, you will lose it. Or if you don't fight for your country, Kai Mills, you don't deserve to have it. That is why I'm fighting. Everybody is fighting to try to get and take what Penland has fought for, an independent Bahamas. But are we truly independent? No. Everybody concerned about being a KC. Nobody is concerned about being a Bahamian consul. They want to be a king consul. I think there's one man that left a legacy that Kai could be proud of. A.D. Hanna. A.D. Hanna was the only governor general in the Bahamas that weren't knighted. He was not Sir A.D. Hanna. He was plain and simple A.D. Hanna. But he was not a simple man. He was an educated man, and he wanted better for the Bahamas. He wanted an independent Bahamas. How could he then be knighted by the people that kept us as slaves and had us as couldn't go down Bay Street? How could he go to them same people and say, I want to be a part of the same British Empire that enslaved us for decades? No. A.D. Hanna said, I don't want to be Sir A.D. Hanna. He has left a legacy that he's the only Governor General in my lifetime that was not knighted by a British king or queen that held us as 2% of a people during their reign. That's the type of people I like to look up to. A.D. Hanna, Penland, but which other prime minister have left a legacy? Which one of them has been concerned about leaving a legacy? Nay, not one. Kai want to be that different, that I want to leave a legacy. Want to add to the legacy that I've already left, that I've already created. But they won't understand the legacy that Kai has created and understand until my demise. That's my concern. Leaving a legacy, not a position. Kai cares. Maybe some of y'all will understand and some of you won't. But we are to be more concerned about leaving a legacy in this country called the Bahamas. Kai case.